Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats Steak. Together we host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast. And this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. Cook up an entree, maybe pick up little snacks, show y'all how we do it, and we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the HungryHorde. We hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Today's video, as you can tell, we're back in the car, so that must mean it's time for my MS journey. This week is week 118, and got a couple of little special circumstances going on right now. We're sitting in the dealership because I just had to drop off my truck for the scheduled maintenance. The idiot light came on the dashboard, telling me I needed to bring it in. So we just dropped it off maybe, I don't know, almost a half hour ago. We've just been sitting here trying to decide where we want to go eat lunch, if we want to eat lunch, or if we want to make reservations for dinner tonight. So if we're having that much trouble trying to find where to eat, maybe we're not hungry. But I feel like I am, though, even though I had a big breakfast.
I don't know, I just can't. Y'all ever have that where just nothing just jumps out and says, oh yeah, that's what I want? And we could go home, we've got pork and we've got burgers.
None of that sounds appealing either. We just had that for a week. That's what happens when I smoke a 10-pound pork loin and cook a 12 pack of burgers.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe we're just kind of
trying to be bougie.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say, maybe we're just kind of over it. I don't know.
Then we also have that one green bell pepper we need to cook too.
Oh, I know.
And we have that other half of the onion. So I was thinking it'd be good. We could take the pork loin and kind of slice it up like fajita style, and fry up the vegetables and make fajitas with it. Because we still have one package of the egg life. But y'all, it's the thing too. We planned, we're going to drop my truck off because I hate sitting at the dealership. Do any of y'all do that? Anytime either one of us takes our vehicle in, the other one follows them, picks them up, and we go run errands until they call us and tell us the car's ready. That's why we always do it, like 9 times out of 10. A few times I've had to come while she was at work and I just had to get some stuff done on the vehicle, I would sit here and wait on them. Ugh. They do offer to run us a shuttle to the house if we want. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being weird. But that's our usual plan. And then, like I said, we'd run and do errands while we're waiting on them to call us, tell us the vehicle's ready. So that we had all intentions of going out to lunch today, and then we're going to hit up the store and then come home, or get the truck and then come back to the house. But the restaurant we had picked out, we wanted to go to, says they don't open up for another hour
and a half almost.
Well, 12:30. It's 11:21.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's an hour, but yeah.
Well, when we got here, it was 10:45.
Yeah.
And it was like, it doesn't open until 12:30. Like, why on a Saturday you don't open until 12:30?
They have 3 locations, and one of them does open at noon, but it's the furthest away from us too.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we want to do? But also, the main reason why we were picking that restaurant is because several of our viewers had told us that they really want, whenever they come in before the cruise, they want to go eat oysters. And we found this spot that has oysters, so we thought we'd try it out for them first. We do a test run for you because we are givers. I'm doing this for you.
Right.
So, I mean, well, do you want to just sit here? And we're sitting in the parking lot at the dealership, right? Kind of in the way, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is, by the time we finish our little chat here, we could drive to that restaurant and go in and eat. And sit there in their parking lot until they open.
That's probably true.
Because I still kind of want oysters, honestly.
Well, I know you love oysters.
You started it. I never ate them before I got with her.
What?
I never went on a cruise before I got with her, and now I'm addicted to both.
Oh, I know.
So it's all your fault. So thank you. And I did not prep or preview Shelly with all this stuff, but I got some good news and bad news, y'all. I feel like I need to get y'all up to date on what's going on in the wonderful world of HungryHeath there lately, especially on the job front. A couple of weeks ago, my illustrious employer had some kind of weird lapse of judgment and decided that for whatever reason, even though my last they needed to relieve me of my duty, they said, and even though the last review I had with them had all glowing remarks and everything. I mean, all my customer reviews were fantastic. I got 100% on everything. But they decided to let me go because they said there's something silly about I was work avoidance. Something about I was hanging up on customers and not actually helping them. Well, that's just crazy, y'all. Because I was working customer support for a company, and it was all, phone calls that I had to answer, which it's great because I wasn't doing outgoing calls. It was all incoming. They would call into us when they needed help with their product. But I was constantly having problems with their system, their computers. In fact, they had to send me a new computer. I was having so much trouble with it. And for whatever reason, too, they kept trying to blame my issues on my internet connection, which is completely crazy because right before I started with them, we got upgraded from basic cable to fiber. In fact, they put the box for the fiber right beside our driveway. That's how I found out we were eligible for it. Mm-hmm. So we have basically, direct line to the cable. And then for my job, I was not allowed to use wireless. I had to have a direct line in. Mm-hmm. And they literally came out to the house and put a new line into the bedroom that I was using as my office. So I was able to link in, plug straight in. And at the same time that I was having all these issues, she was lined into the same internet, had no issues with her line.
Well, and then when we would test the line, because they would, say, well, you need to go and test, because it's obviously your end. And so he would do their little link to test the speed, and it would come back with higher than they require. What their minimum requirements were. It was like 10 times their minimum requirements, and he's like, okay.
So what's your issue now?
You see that I have the high thing, so it's not my internet.
They even tried saying that the Ethernet cable was bad. I replaced it 3 times, and it still had the same problem. And in fact, the day they had my meeting to let me go, I could not connect with them. I had to cancel the call and call them back. Mm-hmm. John, I was trying to show them that there was a problem with their system, but they said no, it was all on my end, and they decided to end. So that's the bad news. The good news is, about a week later, I found a new position with a new company, and I'm now in sales, and I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I mean, on one hand, it's kind of nerve-wracking. On the other hand, it's kind of exciting. I mean, it's nerve-wracking because it's sales, but I've had several people tell me they thought I'd be good at it, and I feel like I'm going to be. I can see similarities with this job, comparing it to my old cabinet jobs, where I used to work what they called quality control. I would go to the new house, measure it for the cabinets, then I'd go back and make sure that the installers put the cabinets in correctly, and then I'd go back again after they were installed, or as needed, and did service work on them, whether it's occupied or not. So I had to deal with the customers all the time, either the builders or the homeowners. So I'm used to dealing with people, face to face. So this new job is gonna be very similar. I'm gonna be driving from site to site all day long, going in and talking to the business owners. So I feel like I'm gonna be good at that. I just have to learn the script, the basis. You learn the job, how they do everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm basically going to be in training for 3 weeks, and I'm riding with another guy. It's almost like a mentor kind of role, kind of like what his is. He's training me to do this, mm-hmm. and it's actually pretty easy because, like I said, a lot of similarities. I'm gonna be driving around, but this way here, I don't have to worry about dragging my tools in and out, messing with all the equipment. The cabinets, the actual material and everything moving in and out. All I have to do here is, all they require me I carry is a cell phone and a laptop.
Well, and so you've been doing it for a week now.
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, right now a week. Yeah. And it's really awesome too, because I only have to go in the field 3 days a week. Mondays is straight in the office, getting set up for the week, or finalizing the week before. Then you got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday out in the field, meeting the customers. And then Fridays is finishing up the week, filling everything out, and setting it up, and then setting up for the next week too. So I think it's gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah. Well,
once I learn the system.
Well, easy, but basically you're gonna be out schmoozing people, right?
Yeah. Well, they say kissing hands and shaking babies. I mean, I got that backwards. I'm sorry. Shaking hands and kissing babies. You gotta be almost like a politician out there meeting folks,
Right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be easy. I'm psyched up for it. I'm ready. Let's do this.
And that's good. And then you got to talk to, make a pitch yourself or anything this week, or no?
A little bit. Well, part of my teammates were at lunch yesterday. Mm-hmm. One of them even wants to buy a bottle of our hot sauce from us, and a couple of them subscribed to our channel too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I'm moving out and shaking there too, And then a couple of hints they gave me is like, okay, you're in sales now. One thing you got to apply to this is everybody is either an asset or a client. So you got to apply the 6 foot rule. It means anybody within 6 feet of me, I need to be talking to them. Because they can either help me further what I'm doing, or they can, be as either. Because I also get I get a bonus for recruiting people too. So if you want to come work with me. So, and what's really crazy too, I actually found the job by accident. I applied to it by accident. I thought I was applying for a work at home job, and they saw my resume, said it sounded impressive, and wanted to come talk to me. So I went through 3 interviews with them, and then on the third one, they flat out interviewed. I mean, they flat out hired me.
Yeah, and I think that,
that's awesome.
Because what I was telling Heath is, he never really had a say-so in your career, because you were just told when you were in high school, hey, this is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And even your grandfather was like, don't bother with graduating, just come and work.
Yeah, because I've probably said it before, y'all heard it, I'm a 3rd generation cabinet maker. My grandfather used to build houses. The house that him and my grandmother lived in my whole life, he built. I thought it was a pretty cool thing. He bought 10 acres of land, and he bought a mobile home. Parked the mobile home, lived in it while he was building his house. And he built it almost identical, to what he always wanted, because I thought it was so cool too. He built a 2nd story over his garage, and if you walk around the back, you can go through it, go through the house to go upstairs, or you can go around to the back side of the house. There's an access door up straight up the stairs and above the garage is a giant game room. Basically, he put a pool table up there, a kitchenette, a full bath, and then over it had a big L-shaped couch and everything set up there. So we used to have all growing up, we used to have parties and Christmas. She would give us for our birthday. She would give us a card and say, one night pass at Mama's Rocks. Because that's the thing too. He built a regular standard house, but then he collected all these different rocks and put rocks all over the side of the house. So instead of bricks, it's got rocks all over it. And it was really awesome, y'all. It looks like, I don't know how the best way to describe it, but it looks like something from the Stone Age almost. It's the way it was built up, almost like a castle or whatever. But she nicknamed it Mama. It was Mama and Granddaddy, one of my grandparents, and she would give us that for our birthdays and say it was like a little free pass to Mama's Rocks. We could host a birthday party at their house. And then on the back side of the 5 acres, there was on 10 acres, but he sold off 5 of it, I believe. Though he lived on 500, but in the backside he also dug his own pond. So we'd go out there and go fishing and go swimming and stuff too when we had our parties and whatnot. So it was just awesome. And then off to the side of that little area he built up there's an access door. It was just a regular door you walk through, but over the rest of the house was his attic. You just went upstairs and then got into the attic. Instead of like right now with our house, you have a ladder you pull down, you have to climb up and down into it. You know, the ladder access from the ceiling. His, you just walked in through a door. I just thought the whole design on it was just brilliant.
Wow.
I was just really, I learned a lot from him. And then, like she was saying, right before I graduated high school, he called me. He goes, "Hey man, hey son, I need you to come to work with me when I'm starting this new job, and I need your help. Come to work." I said, Granddaddy, I haven't even graduated high school yet. He said, "Don't worry about that. You'll be working. You'll be fine." I said, "No, give me 2 more weeks, please." And that's when I started really learning about cabinets. We did commercial cabinets. They did mostly schools and hospitals. And that was fun. Because at that time, I was labeled a helper. That was my position. And what they would do, all the guys had they would build their own boxes. They kept all their tools in, and they had a 4-wheel dolly to slid them on, and then they rolled them around the building to get to whatever room they needed to be in. Mm-hmm. And these, they would drop, I still shudder when I see it rolling down the road. They would drop a JB Hunt 18-wheeler would come to the job site, multiple. And they would unload the cabinets, or I would unload them. They'd pull it back up to the job site. And back then, they did plastic laminate cabinets. They were 3/4 inch particle board, and they would wrap them all in plastic laminate. So they're heavy cabinets. So what they would tell me, and these are all, brand new hospitals and schools they're building. Some of them were 2 and 3 stories tall. Well, you had to help the cabinets up. That's what they tell me too. Hey, helper, help these cabinets up the stairs. That's what they say. That's the way they told us.
That seems about right.
And so we had to manually pick them up and carry them. Me and another guy, or 2 or 3 of us sometimes, carry them up. Because some of them they called them big boys or tall boys. Some of them were taller than me. Even these cabinets, they were teacher cabinets. So the teacher, you would open it. It looked like a giant closet. You walk in. Some of them were on wheels. Some of them you had to anchor to the wall. They had 2 doors. You open them up, and either had file cabinets already built into them, or they just had an area flex for the teacher to hang their coat and everything up in there.
Oh, right.
And then it just left, for her to put her purse in and everything, and then she could lock it. So we had to install those, and then we put the cabinets around that room, or sometimes like in the break rooms and stuff like that, or put it in like for the nurses station and things like that.
Okay.
We did that, or we just went to the hospitals and put them in there too. It's the same thing. And then after you got all the cabinets unloaded, put in and installed, then they would drop off countertops. And these are 8-foot long particle board laminate countertops. We had to bring them in. You get a sheetrock dolly and push them around the building and string them out wherever they went. Because everything was numbered, and the rooms were numbered. And you had to, that's how I learned to read the plans and everything, the blueprints and all. And I took shop class in high school and everything, and I'd help them around the house doing stuff growing up. But I really learned cabinets work and doing all that right out of high school. And I've been doing that mostly my whole life. And then we switched over from working commercial to working residential. And that's all I've done pretty much my whole entire adult life was work construction. But with my current health issues, I can no longer do that. So that's why I started trying to work at home to, make something easy for me to do and still maintain and make a living. But like I said, then this job now just kind of fell in my lap, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, and you did have, I remember a good friend that you had. Remember, he kept wanting you to go work for him.
Yeah.
And because he worked for a British company selling, oil parts or something?
Yeah.
And he's like, you'd be so good at this. And you're like, yeah, but it's all commission. He's like, yeah, but you're going to do fine. Like, he's like, look, I do this. You'd be perfect for it. Da-da-da-da-da.
And he made good money, too.
Yeah, he made really good money. And
I guess I would have listened to him. I was just scared.
Yeah, and you were like, look, but I have a company that has a sure thing for me. And he's like, yeah, but you could be making triple what you're doing right now.
I was just scared.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, he's always
because this new job is straight commission.
Yeah.
But I'm already earning. So,
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And it's weekly pay, too.
Yeah, that helps.
That's going to help a lot. So, I just got to get in the groove of things and get it going. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of scared about it a little bit and kind of nervous, but I'm also excited. And I figured this way, too, especially since we're sitting here trying to find somewhere to go eat. It gives us more to talk about. And it's been brought to my attention that this is the MS journey, but then we hear a lot about Shelly.
Who brought that to your attention?
A couple of people.
Oh,
There's like,
really?
even last night, people said that you're doing a lot of the cooking, and that last night I did a lot of the cooking, finally. They said this is supposed to be Heath's channel, but Shelly's running the show. But that's also why she's my better half, y'all. I mean, I was even telling stories to the guys that, they're in training this week about all that Shelly does for me. She keeps me on the straight and narrow,
That's true.
So, and then they even agreed with me, yeah, you need to listen to her.
Well,
Because I really do feel like you saved my life.
Aw, thanks. I think, I have a tendency, I know I kind of take over on things. That's just how I am. So I try not to, like, take over too much, but... So far with the job, everything's going well.
Yes.
And you're enjoying it.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
And what's really cool, too, is my supervisor, her name is Shelly.
What?
Yeah, I thought I told you that.
Oh, that's right, but she spells it E-Y.
Yeah.
So if y'all don't know, mine is just Y.
Yeah.
I know not everybody knows.
And then I met her once the other day when we were in the office, but I wasn't actually formally introduced. We just said hi and bye, basically. And she asked me how it's going. But I was never actually sat down and I said, hey, my name is Heath, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
But I finally got to meet her yesterday. She was even thrown off a little bit when I told her that. She was, are you sure we didn't meet? I said, no. I said, today's actually the first time I've actually sat and talked to you. She was like, oh, wow. Well, I'm sorry.
Aw.
Yeah. But, I mean, she seems pretty cool.
Well, that's cool.
And, in fact, I don't know how it happened, but the other guy that I'm riding with, there's 3 of us in the truck here this week. He somehow left his wallet at the office. So he spent almost a whole week without a wallet. Luckily, he has Apple Pay on his phone, so he was able to pay for his lunch and everything like that while we're out and about.
That helps.
But they ended up having to track down his... she grabbed it for him, and we met up with her at her house and picked it up for him.
Wow.
So that was fun. We made a little detour from what we needed to do. But I just thought it was cool. So I got to see where she lives, too. I mean, that's when you work in the field and you work remotely like that. I mean, it's going to end up happening. I mean, I had to do it when I was working the cabinet job. Remember that my supervisor had to come over and pick up some stuff for me that time. Remember? So.
Oh, right.
Because it was just easier than me driving all the way to the office. He was already out and about. So I mean, things happen. But there's something else I was going to say, and I'm totally just spaced. Oh, but also I only have. Normally I show y'all what I eat every meal for the whole week. Well, I only have a few items to show you because I thought I felt a little uneasy this week. I did go out to eat every day. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I went out to eat with my team, my trainer and everything, because he was even telling me that he has found it's easier to go out to eat, and then you can either meet people, but like I said, either become a client or an asset. Because, like I said, we get a recruiting bonus too. So he's like, that's how another way you can maximize your productivity. Just go ahead and when you're in there at the restaurants, talk to people. But I'm gonna try it out. Plus, I'm riding with him, so it's kind of awkward to bring all my gear that I use for cooking in the truck and everything while I'm driving. Try and set it all up in his vehicle when he already has his stuff set up his way. So it is a little bit awkward. But while I'm back, when I get on my own, I am going to go back to eat. I'm actually not going to go out to eat as often. It's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Can't
be.
afford that.
Yeah. It's a big hit to the bottom line.
Well, yeah, because like every day you're spending between $20 and $30.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna hurt.
High.
And I got 2 more weeks of that, so. Right. I know. That's another thing we're looking at now too about if we want to go out to eat or not. But again, we're doing this for you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing my research. The things I do for my channel, for my viewers. Y'all deserve it.
Oh my goodness.
Because I'm a giver. But like I said, it's almost noon now. So by the time we head over there, they'll be open. We can finish chatting with everybody while we're on the road and when we get there. Don't you want oysters too?
Yes.
She hates it when I'm right. It hurts her.
No,
Deep inside.
I don't know. I'm not crazy about having oysters today.
Oh, okay then.
I know he loves seafood all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told her too. I said, we don't have to do it today. We can go somewhere else.
Okay. Well, that's what I was trying to... This place, because I don't know how busy they're going to be, they have a chimichurri steak on their brunch menu.
Oh.
And it includes 2 eggs your way and a side of avocado.
Where's this at?
That Feldings.
Oh, yeah. We haven't been there in a long time.
Because last time we went there, remember, that's where we got that chuck steak.
Uh-huh.
And it was really good.
All right. Make it happen, Captain.
But how busy is it going to be?
I don't know. Are they even open yet?
Yeah, they're open for brunch.
Isn't that the one where they have the little kiosk thing at the at the table where you can play games on it too, and they have the kids and everything? Oh, that's probably why you don't want to go.
Let's see. Yeah, it says usually not too busy at this time.
Okay.
I don't know. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
It's so hard, y'all.
We can let the viewers down. Let's go.
I'm not letting them down.
Well, we had planned it last night. That's what we're gonna do today. But okay, I'm good with anything. I'm just hungry.
I think if they had been open at 11, we probably would have. But since they don't want to open till 12:30 and it's only 3 miles away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
fine.
we shouldn't, because like you said, when he went on about, now he's going to be going out to eat 3 more days.
But what's funny too is every day I went out to eat, she ordered Uber Eats.
No, I didn't.
She's like, well.
No, I didn't every day. I ordered Thai food that one day.
Yeah. I thought you did it twice.
No, because I had all the leftovers.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I got to have it twice because of the leftovers.
Oh, okay.
But,
like I said, it's just, I feel so awkward eating in somebody else's truck.
yeah. I know. I'm just saying. No,
You gotta remember too, it takes money to make money.
Oh gosh, he always tells me that, and yet I have never seen him take money and actually make it into money.
The last time we went to the casino, I won money.
No, you didn't. Not the last time. The last time we were at the casino was in Vegas, and you lost.
What can you say? That was when we got married. I didn't lose.
No,
I won.
that was 10 years ago. Gosh. But no.
All right, let's do that. Let's go to Lake Charles then. I'll show you.
No. Because, A, we don't got no money to take to
Ain't
Lake
got
Charles.
No.
And
Redneck. All right, fine. Let's go to Shreveport then.
it would be the same. It wouldn't matter if it was Lake Charles or Shreveport.
A different scenery would maybe boost your mood.
And remember, the last couple of times that you've gone, you don't like the new structure of their tournaments.
Yeah.
And so it changed it. So there. I don't know.
What are you in the mood for though? Because everything I've told you, you said you don't want.
I don't know, because even, last week we ended up going to Saltgrass.
It was awesome.
Yeah, because I had the prime rib, and it was something different. And then I don't know what my problem is. Like, I want something totally different. And I had that Thai soup, and I thought that would do it, but it's still, I don't know, like, I'm gonna pull one from my niece. There just needs to be another animal I can eat.
That's what, yeah, she told us that one time. I was like, you don't even like the animals we have.
Yeah.
You don't eat any of them. You always turn your nose up to them. You're just going to turn your nose up to this new animal.
Right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just bored or anybody else ever get that way?
Nope.
Of course not.
HungryHeath is not just a clever name.
I know. You will eat anything because you were like freaking Mikey. He'll eat anything, y'all. And I'm just
Unit needs fuel. That's all you gotta know.
I'm just so picky on things. I don't know. Like sometimes I think, ooh, that burger will be good. I don't know what it is I'm missing. I don't know if I don't know.
The decision-making ability is what you're missing.
I'll make a decision, drop you off, and I'll just run off to Shreveport.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll get me something to eat.
Oh my gosh.
Priorities.
I don't know. Does anybody else understand this? Anybody
No.
else go through that? I know you don't.
Please send help and make them bring food too.
And now I gotta use the restroom. That's the worst.
And see if we go to the oyster house. They're not even open, so you can't run in and use their bathroom.
I know. And I was thinking of like ordering something yesterday, and I filmed it on mine.
Yeah.
I was just looking. It was in the morning, and I was just like, nothing looks like just calls out and says, "Oh yeah, that's what I want," right? But I remember, traditional breakfast of how you get a breakfast platter at McDonald's, and it came with pancakes, sausage, and eggs.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, shoot, I've got all that stuff. I could just make it myself.
Right.
And so I did, and of course made it, keto, right? Because you have the niche pancakes and all that. And I was like, yeah, that was actually pretty good. And of course, it tasted way better than anything I could have ordered. But it still was just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just moody, y'all. Maybe I just can't. I don't know.
Because I even recommended we go to a Mexican restaurant. She's like, yeah, but I'm tired of them.
It's not that I'm tired. It just
Does it grab you?
It's not grabbing me either. Maybe that's my thing. I've tried so many different things, and I put in my mouth, and I'm like, Mexican. No, I don't feel like fajitas. And then it's like, okay, a steak. Oh, I don't know.
In my crazy mind, all I'm hearing is I don't feel like good. I'm just weird.
Which is rude, and
it's not being rude.
It is. It is rude.
You're
discounting what my thoughts are.
Okay. I'm also telling you that I'm weird.
Well, I know.
Because I'm just telling you that doesn't compute to me. Everything you've named off sounds like amazing to me. I don't understand the thought process. It just.
Well, and that's what I'm explaining. It isn't that I consider those not good. They're all good options. It's just not what I'm craving. But I can't pinpoint what I'm craving.
I guess I was from confused because I've never had that issue. I've never had that.
You're not a woman either.
I guess that's what it is then.
Yeah, because I know.
No, I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude about it. I'm just trying to understand it.
Part of it, because that's going to happen within the next week.
Okay.
And I think that's just like throwing everything off. And I don't know.
We've been married 10 years. I still don't understand how that works either. That just shows how silly I am.
That does. It's not that hard.
Obviously.
I could say all I'm hearing is you just don't care to know.
No, it's not what it is. I'm just, there's a block there somewhere.
But I don't know. That's just it. We're gonna try this place.
Where are we going?
I'm thinking we'll try Fieldings.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully they're not busy. That's the only thing too. Because again, I'm moody. Sometimes you go to these places and nothing against if y'all have kids, but sometimes when I go someplace and there's lots of kids and they're loud and they're screaming and they're running around, it just makes for an awful experience for me personally.
Yeah.
I think that's why I prefer going out to dinner, because generally dinner is quieter, and maybe that's my thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just moody today, and I just don't want to deal with anything. I want somebody to come to my house and cook me a meal and set it out, and...
Okay, I can do that for you. But then you have to tell me what you want, though.
I know.
So we're still at the same problem.
Decisions. But oh well, we'll figure it out. That chimichurri steak does sound kind of good, right?
Yeah. So, oh yeah, with the new job means the new hours. I'll be working Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Typically getting off around 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. So that's going to be awesome also. So that means we get all day Saturday and Sunday to argue.
Oh, so much fun, y'all.
Because I was telling her we're going to have to go back the way we used to do it, or we'd go to the grocery store together. And this way here, I can't mess up and buy the wrong thing or pick up the wrong stuff or forget something. Because what we generally would do, we'd go to Costco first, and then we'd pull up our Kroger and our HEB app, and even the app for Sprouts, and double check prices versus Costco.
Yeah.
And wherever was cheaper, we'd go to next. We spent a whole day doing that, or most of the day, anyways. We'd knock that out on a Saturday, and then we'd probably generally go out to eat, and then we would also hit up like your resale shops and stuff sometimes also. And when you got the urge to do it, when we would do it though.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember doing that now?
Like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay then.
But yeah, we'll go back to grocery shopping. Ugh. I don't know who's happy about that. I know Heath is.
No, I just know it has to be done.
But I think you enjoy grocery shopping.
Only when I'm going to get what I want.
Yeah.
And that requires me to go get the food that I want to eat. That's I enjoy doing that. I guess honestly, I like it. Like the couple of times we went to Kroger and got all that good deals on all that food.
Yeah, that is nice.
I do enjoy that.
And that's the one thing too, because usually when that's happened, it's been during the week, and so now,
that's
usually
true.
Most people do their shoppings on the weekend, especially Sunday. So I don't know.
I don't want to go on Sunday though.
I know. I mean, maybe we'll find some good deals on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, see, that's the bonus for you too, because I know you like sleeping in. Well, you can at least sleep in a little while longer though than you do during the week, because Costco doesn't open until 10. So,
right? That's true.
So we're not going to get there too early.
Well, and then also, that means on Sunday though, that's usually the day I do all my chores. So that means now you'll get to help with those.
Yeah.
See? Just gets better and better.
Yay, adulting.
So
that means every weekend we get to punish each other.
Yeah. I get to go grocery shopping, and you get to help me with chores.
Right.
Which is handy though, because he's so tall. There are a lot of things like it's hard for me to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be nice that I can have you and be like, here, you start up there, clean up there, work it down.
So what we're going to do is when I'm letting you sleep in on Sunday, I'm going to get up and do a few chores. And then when you get up and get doing your chores, I'm going to take me a nap. I'm going to take turns sleeping. That's the way it's going to work.
Oh, okay. Sure. That's funny. So, we've entertained them probably
long enough.
This
is silly.
Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh. You wanted to be in the car with us, guess what?
Yep. Remember, a couple of people have commented and said it feels like they're riding in the back seat with us.
Oh, yeah. Now they're like, oh gosh.
Let me out. Stop the car.
Right.
Remember, folks, you asked for this. And so I'm, like I said, a giver, so I'm giving this to you.
Right.
You're welcome.
But
how much further to the buildings?
1 mile.
Okay. So.
And there's a place over here that does cupcakes, and they actually have a keto cupcake.
She finally figured out what she wants. That place is pretty good.
Yeah, and they make specialty coffees. Like you get a triple red eye.
So I guess we're not going to Dutch then, huh?
No, we'll probably still hit Dutch because I've had Dutch in over a week now.
Right?
Because.
Oh, and then they put up that little thing. They're doing some kind of giveaway thing right now this week. Some kind of special they're doing. I don't even know what it is now.
Oh, I thought it was their new stickers or something. I don't know. It was probably an April Fool's. I had one April Fool's email that it said it was from, I like to use the lip stain. It's by Wonder Skin. And I don't have any on right now, y'all. But anyways, they sent one. They said, our newest product, lip stain that removes calories. I was like, whatever. And of course I pulled it up and they were like, April Fools, but wouldn't that be nice? I'm like, that was silly. Almost as silly as Ketochow's newest flavor.
Right?
Because when you first brought it up, I was like, oh, they didn't suggest anything about a new
Thank
flavor.
God.
And I was kind of getting like, oh,
teary-eyed.
we didn't get included. And then when
they loved us.
I know. And then when you start playing, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, no, that's totally a false.
Right?
Like as soon as it said their newest flavor, I was like, no. I know one, Miriam would never allow that.
You're like, that's just straight silliness.
I know. And I bet Chris would even be like, never mind.
Right? Especially since they put tilapia in it.
Well, the best part is the surfer dude.
Right?
So y'all go
spoiler alert.
Y'all go see their newest Ketochow video
You know what we're
from
gonna
today.
do? At the end of this one, I'm gonna link to that one.
Okay.
So if y'all haven't seen it yet, just hang on and you'll get to see that one at the end of this.
Right. You gotta watch this to see it.
Yeah. All right, well, we're fixing to pull in and go eat, and we'll give y'all a recap at the end of that, too.
Yeah.
Week 118 breakfast. I got a link of jalapeno sausage, my hard-boiled eggs topped with a little bit of that love chamoy sauce, and some string cheese. So somebody decided she wanted pancakes for breakfast. So what had happened was, she was already making her breakfast, so I decided to go ahead and make me some too. And I didn't know it, but she added pecans to it too, y'all. So it's chocolate chip pecan pancakes and sausage. It is Sunday morning. Let's take a peek at what we're having for our meals this week. On the left there, I got that 10-pound pork loin. We're going to be eating on that every night this week for dinner. But first, we'll have these beef ribs for dinner tonight. So I'm about to pull these, put them in the oven, let them rest for a little bit. And then we'll just glaze them each night before we eat. That way it stays a little more fresh. Sunday night dinner while enjoying the Radical Geek. I got some smoked beef ribs, mozzarella cheese, tomatoes, and then that crab dip we made last night. We stuffed it into the mushrooms and the jalapenos. And of course I got a handful of pickles too. So it's just a bunch of finger food. Thursday night dinner. I got a triple bacon, double meat, double cheeseburger. Saturday breakfast. I got a burger patty, some bacon, some scrambled eggs, and I reheated some of that mushroom gravy we made last night on the Friday night feast. I'm going to mix it up with the eggs and a few bites of that burger.
So, I honestly forgot to hit record, y'all. We're almost to the house. And we finished eating lunch. There was a little mix-up with that, too. We went to Fielding's.
Yeah.
We got seated right away.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was going to say now.
I was going to say there was no wait at Fielding's. There was actually, what would you say, it was half full?
Yeah, possibly. Mainly, yeah.
So we got seated.
And then the waiter came over, took our drink order. We waited and waited and waited. Another waitress walked over and asked us if we've already been helped. Foolishly, I told her yes. So she disappeared and we never saw either one of them again. So
well,
we
we
got tired
saw
of,
them. They just didn't come to us.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't,
remember
but-
you said, "Oh, I think that's the guy,"
Yeah.
and he had drinks in his hand, but it was for a table that was seated after us.
Yeah.
So and we were right at the front, so it
Right by
wasn't
the hostess stand.
right. So it wasn't like we were like hidden in a back
See, it's
corner.
moving on you.
Yeah.
I need to make an actual wedge. I know every video, every time we do this, I say that.
So anyways, after like, I guess we were there like 15 minutes, because
Yeah.
I went to the restroom, and after 15 minutes, we just got up and left. And when
And then I got back out, went back in, used the bathroom, came back out, and nobody said a word to me.
yeah. So I was really disappointed, because
Obviously,
last
they're not
time,
hurting for business.
right, last time we went there, like they had the chug steak again, and I was thinking of getting that, and they smoke everything in-house, so they smoke their own bacon.
And you can even get the bacon as a side dish.
Yes, and so we were like looking, but then when I was, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm just moody, and I was just like, nothing is grabbing me, nothing. And then we were gonna go, so in the Woodlands, and Shauna and Sharon, those of you that are gonna be visiting us, there's a place called Crave
Crave.
Cupcakes. Yes.
Crave.
And they actually offer a keto, it's a 7-carb chocolate cupcake. The whole cupcake, they call it the 007.
No, I'm going to have to show a picture of that.
And anyways, they're right there. I'm sure the ingredients are not the cleanest in the world, y'all. I mean, it's a bakery, you do the best you can, but I thought in the Woodlands, I found another place that had some keto options.
Oh.
So it's kind of nice that there are places that have keto options now. But anyways, if y'all want to go there, Heath was like, oh, this might be fun to go to after Saturday, after we go to the farmer's market, then we could drive over here and get a cupcake and have a cup of coffee, because they have a full coffee bar.
Well, now you got our attention. But I don't know, now you're talking about the farmer's market, though. That's 30 miles, 30 minutes south of that, though. Oh,
What else we got to do?
We'll record like this. We'll actually have people in the back seat.
Right? So, anyways, when I was looking there, I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and get a cupcake, because we don't go up there that often, like maybe once a quarter. And I was like, well, it's a new quarter. And so we were going to go get that. And then I saw this restaurant called Avanti. And I was like, oh, well, maybe we'll go to lunch there, because I looked at their menu, and y'all are like Italian. Like, what are you going to get at an Italian
There's
restaurant?
actually like 3 or 4 of them here in this area that are actually, you can get some fairly clean stuff.
And again, we thought we recorded. I don't know, something's going on with this phone, but all of the video got deleted. So we're just going to tell you what we ordered.
Yeah.
We got grilled octopus, y'all. When I saw that on the menu, I was like, oh yeah, we're getting that. And I guess that kind of quenched my need for just something different. And I love grilled octopus. It's so good. And this was so good. It did serve it with like a little vinaigrette arugula salad, which was okay. And then
I've been craving a salad for some reason, so that would hit perfect.
And some potatoes, but we were just like, we don't want potatoes. And then we also got their house-made Brussels sprouts, and they top it with fresh Parmesan cheese right at your table. That was just so good.
Oh, and that waitress was so good, too.
She really was.
She understood the need for cheese.
Yes, and fresh cracked pepper.
Yeah.
So it was really, really good. Really filling. Like the portions,
I'm still full.
I feel like it was a really large portion of those. But then they had other things, like they have a smoked burrata, and they had a lamb shank.
Yeah, I want to go back and get that.
Yeah, we didn't get that today because, man, that was already a lot. Like, when we saw it coming out, we were like, oh my gosh. And then they had different other salads. They had a caprese salad that sounded good. So
the wedge actually sounded pretty good, too.
Yeah, the gorgonzola wedge sounded really good.
Yeah, and you can add any protein to it as well.
Any of them you can upgrade. And even add octopus to it, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was pleased with their options there. That was just a nice lunch, rather.
Yeah.
What?
I said yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
So yeah, we went there. Then we went to that Crave Cupcake. Got a couple of those keto or low carb, 7 carb is what it is, 007 Crave cupcakes. And then and of course we got coffee. I just got a nitro from them, just a plain nitro with a splash of heavy cream. I feel like they did a lot more than a splash, even though I said just a splash.
A double splash.
I'm saying. It's like, just a splash. And then we went, of course, to HEB. Oh, goodness. And to Costco. So, I feel like we had a pretty good day going about doing stuff.
So.
Oh, and also what is cute at that Crave Bakery, I was like, where's your car? You know what? We need to go get your car. Your truck.
Oh, truck. That's true. Duh. Oops. Yeah, because it started the whole thing today. Was me dropping it off at the
oh my gosh.
the dealership. Luckily, the dealership's right around the corner from us. It's not that far away. Like when we go to that Gringo's Mexican restaurant, where they it's right around the corner. They're like, what, a mile or two up from them.
Yeah.
So, you heard the song? Is the song going to play again?
No, only when
it only comes when on the way in, not on the way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so y'all get to enjoy us for a little bit longer.
Aren't you excited?
And it's awesome. The only thing that cued her in that we needed to do that, so we just pulled into the driveway, and my truck wasn't in the driveway.
I know, and I'm like, wait.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately I'm like, did somebody steal your truck? And I'm like, no, dummy, you left it at the dealership.
Long day, obviously.
I know. And then, of course, this is funny. The dealership called earlier. No matter what, they always call and say, oh, we recommend you change the air filter or the AC or the cabin filter. It'll be $50. I'm like, I could Google or YouTube that, how to replace it, because I did it on this car. And I get the filters off of Amazon for, like, I could get enough filters to do it every quarter of the year.
For the $50.
For half that price.
Yeah, that's right, because the box is still sitting on top of the deep freeze.
Yeah, that one's for mine, yeah. But, well, we already changed them once, and we still had the extras.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The box that came in, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, $50. Yeah, everybody's so nickel and dime nowadays. And I'm always like, I was like, it can't be too hard to change a filter. And it's not, y'all. Like, I literally just put in YouTube, saw how it was. I was like, oh, so that's going to take 5 minutes? Mm-hmm. I will pay myself $50 and do that.
Right.
But, yeah, so.
I remember my dad telling us a story one time. On my stepmother's car, they needed to change the spark plug. And he took it into the shop to have it done because he couldn't get to the area where it needed to go. He needed to turn a wrench to get to it. And the guy pulls it up and he jacks it up and takes the tire off. And Dad's like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? I got to change the spark plug. I ain't got to do nothing with the tires. And the guy's like, shh, watch. He pulls the tire off. And they got it out of the way. He reached right behind the
tire.
Not the tire, but the with the Dumaflachi there, the tire bolts to. And he can reach right in and get to that spark plug. And that's like, all right, I'm never coming back here. I know how to do it now.
Well, that's why you YouTube things.
Right. Well, back then there wasn't YouTube.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what I do nowadays because I'm like, sometimes what you think is the way to do it, there's a faster way.
Right. Well, that's why I've always said, you got a hard job, find a lazy person. They'll show you the easiest way to do it.
Right? So then we went to HB, and we just got a couple little straggler things that we needed.
Just to hold us over for the week.
Right. And then we went to Costco to get your energy drinks for the week.
Yes.
Or 2 weeks, I guess, right? If it's 24, that lasts you 2 weeks.
I think I might have 6 left right now.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was thinking that other one was only $20 at the HEB would be just enough to get us, but you said this other one's a better deal, so that's why we did that.
Well, I thought it was.
I knew it was 30-something, y'all, but it ended up being 36-something. Almost 39, wasn't it?
It was 39 with tax, so it really only saved us 7 cents.
Yeah. That's why I told you also, I always like going into Costco first before we go to HEB.
I know, but it logically doesn't make sense the way it is.
The way it routes us. Well, logically it doesn't, where you have to drive around to it, but That's the only way I know to check the price at Costco, because you can't just pull it up and look on the app like you can at Kroger and H-E-B.
Well, sort of. Remember, there's a workaround. You have to go through Instacart.
Yeah, I guess we could have done that. I guess we should have done that.
That's what I kind of do, and I understand Instacart usually adds about 3% to the price.
But still.
But yeah.
Still a good rough estimate, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what we used to do it anyways. We always went to Costco first, and then we went to whoever.
Well, that was before they built that HB over there.
Oh,
so
okay.
we always had to, then hit
Double
the
back
HB.
anyways.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, yeah, so busy afternoon. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. The Crave Cupcake place, they also bake, since they're a bakery, they bake dog treats, y'all. So I had to get Samson and Delilah a little treat.
Every time we go, that's what she does. I don't blame her, because, I mean...
They're so cute. And
they deserve it.
I know. They do. So now they'll have a special little treat whenever we eventually get home.
Right? And I'm sure they'll have it eaten before I get home.
Right?
Because she's fixing to go drop me off back at the dealership, and then she'll go home while I'm still dealing with all the paperwork and everything. She'll probably already be at the house. Unless she stops to get another coffee.
No, I still have... Look at how much is in there. And I still have 2 cups left at home to drink.
Awesome.
But I'll probably drink those tomorrow, y'all, honestly, because it's already 3:30.
Wow. And don't forget... well, I was going to say don't forget about Jason tonight, but when they're watching this, it'll be tomorrow.
Right? Well, they go back and watch it.
Yeah. But Jason does... what's his name?
Just Jason Keto. JJK.
Yeah. Saturday night, 8 p.m. And tonight he's he already did the interview with us, but he's launching the video tonight.
He's premiering it.
Yes. So
that'll be fun.
in there with him. I'm gonna heckle him while we're doing it.
And we were just talking about when we thought we were recording again, which I hope to have to double check. We were talking about KetoCon, and we're saying, for KetoCon, if anybody's going to be there, I'm going to try to get it posted tomorrow, but we'll be, since it's all in person, we can sell our spices and hot sauce.
Yes.
So we'll start taking orders now. I know there's only 3 weeks, but, put in your orders so we can get all those made up in time.
Now, I don't remember if I said it in the opener here. Shelly thinks I did, though. She's pretty positive I did, but I ended up getting a sale from one of my coworkers. I have to take it to her tomorrow.
No, Monday.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is Sunday. Yeah, Monday.
By the time they watch this, it'll be Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is good. And so yes, we'll have our hot sauce, and I'll put all of that on our YouTube community and probably our HungryHorde headquarters group.
And what I was thinking about doing too, I'm gonna take that whole package with me, the whole box.
The
ones we already have made. And when everybody sees me giving her hers, I'm hoping that'll draw enough interest they want to buy one also.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Nothing draws a crowd like a crowd.
Right.
That's my new thing now. Always be closing. Y'all, I'm fully embracing this sales thing.
Okay, that's
and
awesome.
the 6-foot rule too. So
beware when it's KetoCon.
Yep. Because I'm only licensed in Texas, so I can't sell on the cruise, but I can certainly sell at KetoCon. So
well, you
come
can
at me.
always sell the HungryHorde.
Yes.
Or HungryHeath.
Yes, I can always do that too.
Ooh.
Do my little supplemental.
Why are the speed bumps here in the...
Because you're supposed to slow down when you go over them. That's the whole purpose of them, is to get you to slow down.
I'm going to drop you right here. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, because I'm saying is if you slow down...
Was he in that building or that one?
On the left.
Okay.
The very last on the left.
Okay, then I'm just going to drop you right here.
You put me out the street corner.
That's right.
With all these common folk.
That's right.
All right.
But we're here at the dealership, so...
That's my cue to be gone.
So he could go get his truck.
So we'll do the outro now then.
We'll do the outro now. Where she never really said how you're feeling or anything and how DDPY. Did you even do DDPY this week?
DDPY? Yeah, I did a DDPY. I did a DDPY. I do a duty pie. I did it 2 days this week.
Did you?
Yeah. It was rough.
It was rough?
Yeah. Because I've been getting up early, like the last couple of weeks, the last couple of days or whatever, for whatever reason, I'll get up like at 3:30 for some reason. Just wake up. I use the bathroom, then I can't go back to sleep.
Well, and what time did you wake up this morning? 6?
Yeah, I know.
In a couple days?
No. This morning I woke up at 5, tried to go back to bed, and I just finally got up at 6.
That sounds awful.
It was. I wanted to sleep. Remember, I set my alarm for 9. I wanted to sleep.
I know,
9.
and I woke up at 8. And I was like, oh, he's not in here. And I'm like, oh, look, it's 8. Yeah, he's going to sleep till 9.
You're enjoying this way too much. You're so ready to get rid of me, aren't you?
Don't forget your drink.
I'm not going to. Plus, I have the other one back here, but I'll get it when we get home. I didn't do the thumb. I did the finger.
Oh, Renee's gonna be. Renee's comment's coming.
Don't set her up.
I didn't. You did
Yeah, you
that.
did. She would have slipped right by her.
I didn't give the thumb. I gave the finger. That was all on you. That's what she said.
Give her half a peace sign. Because she's number 1.
All right. So everything went well this week.
Yeah,
Thank y'all
it's amazing.
for watching.
I'm ready for next week. Like, super excited.
Thank y'all so much for watching. And what's the one word to comment this week?
Exciting. And you have to go exciting, giggle, giggle, giggle. Okay, snort too.
Oh man.
I slay me.
He's having way too much fun.
Oh, you know what we need to do next time?
What?
Have everybody else pick Renee's new name.
Right? What do you want Renee to be named this week?
Right.
And we all vote on it. She has to do that.
Yes. Oh, named by the Horde. That's what it will be. Named by the Horde.
That's cute. I like that.
But, so yeah, thanks for riding along with us and giggling with us.
Judging us.
Yeah. But hey, look at it this way. If they're laughing at me, they're leaving somebody else alone. I got broad shoulders. I can wear it. I can bear it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, thank you all again for watching. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget,
every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we'll go live for the Friday night feast. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show you all how we do it, then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. We hope you continue it sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.
and don't forget to stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank you all again for your continued support. Have a great week.